Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy.
I'm Gerard.
And we are Progressive Performance. And today, we're gonna go over an ankle mobility series that's gonna help you really get deeper in your squat and get rid of that pesky catching feeling that you get in your ankles or that tightness that you'll experience in your calves. So if you experience any of those things, you're really gonna wanna watch this video. So we're gonna have Gerard demonstrate the Mulligan technique for the ankle. This helps if there's some pinching in the front of your ankle to give you a little more range of motion. This has been a huge help for a lot of our athletes with getting low enough in their squat and relieving some of this tension they have in the front of the ankle. So what we're gonna do is we have a band set up on the bottom of a rack. You wanna make sure that you have this angle coming downward so you can create more leverage to get this movement correct. And what we're gonna do, this exercise is gonna be done with shoes off. And we're gonna go ahead and position our foot on top of a bench here, okay? Now what he's gonna do is he's gonna push that ankle or push that heel down into the ground and vault that knee over the top. And he's gonna come back. He's gonna do this for about 30 reps or so to really get some range of motion here. And one of the key things is, as you can see, this band is hooked to what's called the talus, which is a bone that goes underneath the tibia and fibula right down here. So that creates what's called your subtalar joint. There's a couple other bones involved there, but we're gonna hook it to this bone down here, not up here, but it's right down here to help slide that back and get that range of motion. And that is our Mulligan technique for the ankle. So now, Gerard and I are gonna go over an ankle mobility exercise. If that Mulligan technique doesn't work well for you, this one will do the trick. So what we're gonna do here is we're doing this on his left side. So he's gonna get a little closer to the wall so he has kind of a gauge to look at as he drives the knee forward. And then what we're gonna do is he's gonna take his right hand and slip it underneath, taking his fingertips and grabbing the lateral malleolus, or this bony nodule on the side of your ankle. He's gonna press down into the heel with his hand to make sure that that ankle sticks to the ground. And what he's gonna do is he's just gonna vault that knee forward just like we were doing with the Mulligan technique. And bringing it back, and going again. Now, the key to this exercise, for one, you're not gonna do this with a shoe on, because the heel on your shoe can create more range than you actually have. And you're really gonna pull that bone back as you vault that knee forward. This exercise will really help you to gain that range of motion, and you should feel a nice stretch in the Achilles and the back of the calf when you do this. You should not feel a whole lot of pinching in the front of the ankle. This exercise has been a savior for me in getting my ankle mobility back, and hopefully it'll be a savior for you too. So most of you that have calf issues are gonna need to stretch your calf out in some way. This exercise is a staple that we use for people that have ankle mobility issues here at the gym, and it's a pretty simple calf stretch. If you're a runner, endurance athlete of any sort, you've probably seen this exercise before. So we're gonna go ahead and have Gerard demonstrate. He's gonna lean into an upright of any sort. This could be a wall. We use squat racks here for the most part. You're stretching out this back calf right here. So this heel is down on the ground, this knee is straight. You're pushing back into this calf and getting a nice stretch through here. You're gonna bend this knee forward to get a little more excursion of motion and get a little more out of that stretch. And you're gonna do this exercise for about 30 seconds each side, just to get that nice range of motion. Now, if you feel a pinch in the front of the ankle with this exercise, you're gonna need to add a different mobility exercise that has been covered in this video, okay? So, that mobility exercise, that shows that there's some impingement in the front of the ankle, and we have to address that. But a lot of times we just have some tight calves. We just need to stretch them on a regular basis, get the tone of that muscle down so we can get back to squatting and deadlifting like we love to do. So once you've completed the mobility exercise that works best for your ankle, we always have to match our ankle mobility work with some sort of muscle activation. And the easiest way to do it is just a simple calf raise. So Gerard's gonna go ahead and demonstrate a calf raise for us. You find a lip anywhere in the gym. For us, it's our deadlift platforms for the most part, because a lot of the times they're set up where you have something to balance with. So you can balance with a squat rack, a wall, anything. Just you're gonna need a little bit of balance so you can get through this exercise. And what we're gonna do, you're gonna drop those heels all the way to the ground, and then give a big calf raise, big squeeze at the top, and then back down. We're gonna do this over and over. Lots of reps is the key here. So we're looking for 15 reps, maybe even 20, to get that calf really firing and express that new range of motion that you found with your mobility exercise. This will lock in your mobility, and you gotta do this series on a regular basis. This is an everyday thing to really gain that range of motion in the ankle, because that ankle is pretty stubborn once it gets jammed up.